Ever hear the one about the tennis player who broke his racket in frustration? He couldn't help it. He was just too caught up in the swing of things. Welcome, my dear connoisseurs of comedy and casual lovers of tennis. Today, we'll venture into the world of tennis, and let me assure you, it's more than just grunts and neon shorts. First things first, we're going to talk about the tennis court. Now, it's not the kind of court where you'll see a judge, unless, of course, you've been served. In tennis, the court is where all the action takes place. It's split into two halves by a net, and no, it's not there for the players to play catch. Speaking of being served, in tennis, serving doesn't involve a silver platter or a fancy dinner. Here, a player starts the game by hitting the ball into the opponent's court. If the ball lands outside, it's called out. Simple, right? It's like playing fetch, but with rules. Now let's talk about scoring. In tennis, love isn't just a sweet emotion, it's a zero. That's right, if you hear love in a tennis match, it's not a romantic confession. It's a soul-crushing revelation that you haven't scored yet. But fear not, for after love comes 15, then 30, then 40, and you thought tennis had nothing to do with your math classes. Moving on to the equipment, we have the racket. It's not a shady business scheme, but a tool with strings. You use it to hit the ball. Remember, it's not a fly swatter, although it could double as one in a pinch. Then there's the tennis ball. It's bright, it's bouncy, and it's your ticket to winning the game. Treat it well, hit it right, and it might just land you a point or two. Finally, we have the tennis attire. It's not about fashion or style, although some players might disagree. It's about comfort and mobility. So if you see someone in a neon pink headband and matching socks, remember, it's not a fashion statement. It's a strategic choice. To wrap things up, tennis is a game of precision, skill, and strategic neon attire. It's a world where love means zero, a serve isn't dinner, and the court isn't a place for legal battles. But most importantly, it's a game where a good sense of humor can make even a loss feel like a win. So, the next time someone asks you about tennis, remember, it's not just a game, it's a world full of comedic opportunities. And if you ever find yourself in a tense match, just think of the tennis player who broke his racket. After all, it's all part of the swing of things.